Okay, welcome back. This is going to be a short one, but a sweet one because I just wanted to say hello and talk about who this channel is for, right? There's a lot of content out there. And so I want to just go down the list of who this content is for. Who am I even talking to? Why are you here? Let's break it down. I think it's worth it. So hear me out, and it's just a thought. All right. So this channel is first off for the people who might just be starting to believe, for the faith curious, I'll call them that. Or maybe if you're still not totally sure yet, but you feel something shifting, you're hearing things, maybe even you're hearing them here, and that's starting to make you think, wait, what if there was something out there? And you might not just be looking for perfect answers, you're looking for honest answers, and you're not alone. And so this is, I hate to say it is just a misused, overused word, but it is true. This is a safe space to ask hard questions and hear the real stuff, wrestle with the truth, and explore without shame, because you're welcome here. So this channel is for you. But also, it's for us Christians who want to grow, who want to defend our faith, who take, 1 Peter 3:15 seriously. Now, of course, if that means if we are already walking with Jesus, if you're already walking with Jesus, but you want to go deeper, maybe you want to re-examine what you believe, understand what it all comes from, why you believe what you believe, and make sure that your faith is rooted, not just inherited. I did think about all of that growing up. Well, you are in the right place too, right? We're not just memorizing verses here. We're trying to understand them and apply them. We're trying to grow stronger, to be bolder, to be wiser for sure. And like it says, to always be ready to give the answer for anyone who asks. So that's the goal. If that's you, stick around. We need to be here together. Also, because I'm not done, this channel is for the critical thinkers, right? People who just ask questions about things. Why is it that this is like the way it is? If you've ever looked at a trend, at a headline, at a human behavior, at a hot take and gone, okay, but why though? Like, why? Yes, you also belong, because I think it's a space for us to learn how to think, not just, criticize stuff, but how to think. And we ask questions, not to hear, ourselves think out loud, not to tear things down, but just to build something stronger, as I mentioned. Now, a little bit on the other side, this is for the moms and the dads, right? The legacy-minded people. I learned this word today, by the way. It might sound fancy. It's 1 day old in my vocabulary. The legacy-minded people. I'm going to be using that from now on. And so shout out to the parents, shout out to the fathers and mothers, shout out to people that are raising the next generation while the culture is out there doing the most. So if you're just tired of seeing lies packaged as truth for your children to consume, and you want to give your kids something solid to stand on, you're absolutely not alone. I'm in that boat as well. So this space is for people like you and me who care about legacy, who care about truth and about raising kids with wisdom. Even when the world calls it, what can I say, old fashioned, right? And a special place in my heart is for this next group of people. There's a special place in my heart for young adults, and for the 17, 18, 19, all the way, early 20-year-olds who, maybe you're a young adult and you've tried everything, every version of happiness that is sold to you at school, on social media, at work. in the streets, in the clubs. And I don't know what you're doing in a club at 17, but you understand what I'm saying. Maybe you've tried you're an adult and you've tried the hookup culture and the grind and the self-branding and the do you boo lifestyle. And now you're still feeling empty. You're just wondering, why is it that I still feel empty? What is missing? What is off? And so I've also been there, and I will repeat it again. There is a special place in my heart for young adults waking up to truth. And so this is for all of us who are done pretending that we're fine and that, we can't want something better, that we can't want peace and purpose and clarity. We want peace and purpose and clarity. Same here. You're welcome here. And you know what? It's also for you if you just love the internet like I do for different reasons, the memes, the funny stuff, the hot takes. But you are starting to wonder, okay, where do I put my attention to? How much time do I spend on the internet, learning solid things versus just spending time and learning absolutely nothing? And how, for those ones of us who've said, okay, how can I learn from this? What is the actual lesson here? I also got you. This channel is part of a little, trend, or I guess a series that I've built that is called the Interneting. And we look at viral things. We'll look at viral things and ask what's really going on? What can we learn? Not to judge, but to think and hopefully grow together. So this is a list of who this channel is for. I will say something though. Let me put a disclaimer out here. I am not a professional YouTuber, content creator, podcaster, none of that. I don't have a fancy place and a fancy team. I don't, like I mentioned earlier, I don't even like editing stuff that much. I'm just a girl with a mic and a message. And I believe that this message is important. I believe that it can resonate with a group of people. I also believe that I can learn from these groups of people. So if you're fine with faith and real talk and maybe a little bit of internet and you want to go deeper, you are in the right place. So really, it's for the thinkers and the seekers, because it rhymes. I want to say that. It's for the folks that are tired, but they're still trying with their children and themselves. It's for those of us who have testimonies to share of how we used to be and how we became. It's for people who have faith and want to defend it, pardon me. It's for people that are building something better and becoming, someone better, even if it's messy in the process. So if that sounds like you already know, subscribe so we can stick together. If you feel comfortable, leave me a comment. Tell me who you are, how you landed here, and what, you think of this so far. And of course, send this to somebody who fits in one or more of these categories, because I think we can build a really wonderful community together. So we're not necessarily here to go viral, but we are here to go deeper. So if you're still listening, maybe you are supposed to be here. See, I said short and sweet, and that's all I had to say. So you know what? I will see you next time.